Welcome to another exciting episode of 14M Wonders. Today, we have a truly captivating topic that's bound to challenge your understanding of what you learned back in your school days. We're embarking on a thrilling journey into the realm of mountains, where we'll uncover the intriguing complexities behind the title of the world's tallest mountain. So, if you're as excited as I am, let's dive right in. Mount Everest is very famous for being the tallest mountain in the world. We learn about it in school, and it's a symbol of how strong and brave people can be. But guess what? There's a surprising twist to this story. Mount Everest stands super high at 8,849 meters, 29,032 feet, above the ocean. National Geographic, which is a famous magazine, says it's the tallest when you measure from the surface of the sea. But here's where things get interesting. Some mountains start their journey underwater, deep below the sea. One of them, Mauna Kea in Hawaii, USA, is even taller than Everest if you measure from its hidden base. It stretches up to a whopping 10,205 meters, 33,481 feet. But there's a catch: a big part of Mauna Kea is underwater. So, it doesn't quite beat Everest in terms of how high it reaches above the ocean. The National Ocean Service explains this. Usually, we use a mountain's height above the sea to measure how tall it is. But for those who love digging into details, Mauna Kea offers an interesting twist. But guess what? Mauna Kea isn't the only one in this race. There are more contenders. Let's meet Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador. This mountain has a unique advantage because the Earth isn't perfectly round. It's a bit like a squashed ball, and it bulges out near the equator. Chimborazo sits just a bit south of the equator, and that means its tip is closer to the sun. BBC Science Focus helps us understand this better. So, when you measure from the center of the Earth, Chimborazo can claim to be the tallest mountain on our planet, as BBC explains. But most of the time, we don't use the center of the Earth as our starting point. Instead, we measure from the sea or from the mountain's base to the top. That brings us to another challenger. As we mentioned earlier, Mount Everest wins the title of the highest mountain above the sea. But when you measure from the bottom to the top, a new champion emerges. Alaska's Denali Mountain, also known as Mount McKinley, according to experts at Montana University, takes the lead. The Earth's shape and uneven land give Denali an advantage, making it 914 meters, 3,000 feet, taller than Everest when measured from the bottom up, as the National Park Service tells us. But in terms of how high it is above the sea, Denali falls short by about 2,743 meters, 9,000 feet, compared to Everest. Now, why do these mountains matter beyond just their heights? It's because they present incredible challenges to climbers. High up in the sky, there's less oxygen, making it really hard to breathe. That's what makes these climbs so dangerous. While Everest is known as one of the top 10 toughest mountains to conquer, according to climbing experts, the other mountains in this story are not as famous among climbers. And finally, a sobering fact. The Himalayan database has been keeping records since 1922, and it tells us that at least 322 people have lost their lives on Mount Everest. That's an average of about 4.4 deaths every year. It's a sad reminder of how tough and dangerous these mountains can be, and how much courage it takes to reach their peaks. And there you have it, folks. The quest for the world's tallest mountain isn't as straightforward as we once thought. It's a captivating blend of elevation above sea level, base to peak measurements, and even the Earth's unique shape. These mountains each possess their distinct charm and challenges. We hope you thoroughly enjoyed this deep dive into the world of mountains. If you did, please do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to ring that notification bell so you never miss out on another thrilling video like this one. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you on our next adventure. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of our world.